Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout using the HipKit September 2014 kit. And this layout took me an hour and 10 minutes or 11 minutes to complete. It is the 8th layout using this kit. And with this kit, I started getting the Ali Edwards stamps of the month. She used to do with the Studio AE Technique Tuesday, and a few months ago they stopped and they do their own thing, and I was like, oh, I was so sad because I love Ali Edwards. And then I was watching a video from Sarah Swan here on YouTube, and she was talking about how Ali has a new stamp club out, and it's all about the story. And the first month is called the prompt. So I think I was like 20 seconds in Sarah's video. I paused, I went to Ali Edwards' blog, subscribed, and then went and finished and watched the layout because I love Ali Edwards. And she actually gives you like a process video every month with this. And like this month there was 2 videos, one explaining what she was thinking behind the stamp set, and then she does a page with the stamp set. And both videos were awesome. And I think the stamp is $19.99 a month, but you get the stamp and you get a video too. So, and this stamp set is called Prompts. So I wanted to use that, and I haven't uploaded this video yet because I really don't like the page at all. I'm going to, because not all pages need to be perfect and everything, and as long as it's in your book, that's what matters. But this is the look I wanted to get. And I did this page like almost a month ago, the page that I'm not doing right now, but the other one. I wanted to get this dreamy effect. Okay. And I tried with, I can't remember, I just wanted a very thin layout. I wanted to be, like I said, like a dreamy effect. And I tried everything and I just gave up. And then I just took my knife and just kind of all over the place. And then I watched a video from Edith last week. Her very first video for the design team for HipKit. And by the way, congratulations, Edith. You totally deserve this. You are amazing. I love your videos, and you're sweet and funny and super talented. So anyway, she used this dry baby wipe and spread her gesso, and it was like, that's what I wanted to do. That's the effect I wanted. Super thin on the layout. Just, you can still see the pages, like the layout. You can still. So this is what I did here. I dug through my trash and found a dry wipe. I think what I'm going to do now is I think I just wiped my hands with it because it was still like completely dirt free, but I think I'm going to take one out and just let it dry and keep it in a special place. And I just kind of spread the gesso, and basically all I wanted was so that my gelatos wouldn't sink into the page. You know what I mean? So I didn't want the gesso to kind of completely cover the pattern paper, because I love that pattern paper. It's the Studio Calico pattern paper, and it's a nice little pink with white chevron. And so I really love the pattern paper, but I didn't want the gelatos to completely sink in to the layout. So what I'm going to do is I just kind of took big chunks of gelatos out into, and this is just a piece of, that some die cuts came in, and I just put it in there, and then I'm putting some on, again, just a piece of leftover packaging, and I'm just using the packaging to smear the ink. Now you can do it this way, and I think it was the page before I had used crunched up wax paper. That works well too. I find the wax paper really works well on smooth cardstock. You can really see the crinkling of the wax paper. Another thing you can do with wax paper, and I might do it soon, is you crinkle it, you put on your layout, and you use a hot iron over top, and then it acts as a resist. So I might try and do that in a layout really shortly or soon. So, okay, I had started recording, and then I noticed that my iPhone was full. So I couldn't record. So then I had to, hook it to my computer and download all the videos onto it. So while I was waiting, I went through my stash and found some ink colors that really went with this layout. And I chose 2 Hero Arts, 3 Hero Arts, I think, and 1 Stampin' Up. So, or 1 Simon Says. I think there's a Simon Says stamp ink in there. So basically, I used the pale tomato, the charcoal. Excuse me, I still feel like I want to cough all the time. So the pale tomato, the charcoal, from Simon Says stamp, it's called Fog, and from Stampin' Up, it was Pretty Something. It's an older ink, maybe last year or the year before's in color. Anyway, so where I was waiting for my camera to kind of dump all the videos onto my computer, I kind of played with the ink colors and then kind of matched it up to the layout. So I'm doing 1 pink, 1 light pink, 1 light gray or dark gray, 1 light pink, and then the light gray. And then I'm just switching it up, and I'm not stamping the word love this equal with each other. I'm making it so it's offset. And this is one of the stamps from Ali Edwards, and I love it. So I'm doing the whole bottom. What I did was I took a ruler with a pencil mark, and I just kind of did a line so that I could go straight when I stamped, because when you start, stamping one next to the other, for me anyway, I have the tendency to kind of start going downhill. So I did that, and then I kind of had messed and the reason I did the whole thing is that way if I messed up some stamping, I had more than enough to kind of choose. So I kind of messed up the left side of that paper. I hadn't cleaned my stamp really well, so it kind of stamped 2 different colors, and it was fine because then I was able to just glue my photo to the right, and then my cluster to the right, and then cut that part off that didn't stamp right. So instead of cutting it down, right from the beginning and then stamping, it just kind of gave me some leeway with it being able to make mistakes. Plus another thing it does, then it really, when you cut it down, then you really have just part of the stamp set, the stamped image. So then it looks like it's really coming off and then, or coming onto the page and then off. So it looks more random. Now these triangles I had cut out for the Boston Baby 2014 layout, the really mixed media layout. And so I had those leftovers and I wanted to use them. So I just kind of put them randomly, up, down, until to make sort of a border on the left side of the layout. So now I'm off looking for my Hero Arts white dauber. And whenever I want to change the color of cork or wood veneer, I like to put a layer of that Hero Arts white dauber, and then I change the color with the color that I want, because then the color of the wood doesn't come through as much. But I could not find it. I did find it after I was done the layout, because that bugs me. When I can't find something, I can't rest until I find what I need. But I didn't want to waste too much time because my camera was rolling. So I thought, well, I'll just use gesso and I'll put a fine coat or a couple of fine coats, and then I'll be able to color in my wood veneer. And that wood veneer came in the kit, and it says family. And so then my title is going to be Love This, and that's the stamp sets that, the stamp that I stamped out in different colors. And then I'm going to lay on top the word. Okay, sorry guys, coughing fit again, so I stopped the recording. So I'm going to lay the word family on top of Love This. And then there was also a heartwood veneer that came in the kit, and I think I want to do that off camera. And I'm going to color that in also with the gesso. And then what I'm going to use to color it in is I'm going to use the gelato that I use for the background. I'm going to use that to color in the wood veneer. Now I think I'm out looking again for my Hero Arts dauber. Like I said, when something like that, when I can't find something like that, it just really annoys me. So I went and I found the pink one, the pale tomato, but it was just too dark. I thought maybe I could color it in with that, but it was just too dark. I didn't like that. So I'm going to put some gesso again over top. And now I'm watering down that same gelato. And then I'm going to color in the letters. And it's just a soft pink, and it really coordinates well with the background. And then I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to take some liquid glass from Close to My Heart, and I'm just going to, once it's dry, I'm going to put a layer of that. And I love that because it makes it look like it's enamel on top. And that's the same thing as glossy accents from Ranger. So I'm going to put those aside and let them dry. And while they're drying, I love using my dauber and smashing it down on the layout, and it kind of gives that water effect. And some of the daubers, they don't do that, but I think it's because they don't get juicy enough. So I think the next time I'll show you in the next layout what I'm thinking I'm going to try and do to make them work. But because I love that, and it seems like it's only the pale tomato ink that really does that splatter. So I'm playing with those triangles on the side of the layout. And one thing, those splatters, they take forever to dry, like forever. I think I tried using my heat gun to dry them, and it still wasn't working. So I ended up just walking away and going to do something else, laundry or dishes or something until it's dry. And now I've also added the liquid glass or glassy accent to all the pieces of the wood veneer. And I'm just showing you here what I used. So I put it on the word family, and I also put it on the heart. I mounted the photo directly on that crepe paper, lined paper, and it had different colors, and I really love that. It had some pinks in it and some grays, and then I mounted the whole thing on that white cardstock where I did the stamping. Now, I used one of I think it was supposed to be like a tag, and it's a little pocket with a little acetate. And I'm going to glue that to the layout. And then I took one of the tags that also came in the kit, and it just said sold because, my family's not for sale. It's sold. They're mine. As, imperfect as we are, they're my family. So, and then what I did was there was a little chipboard accent, and it was sort of a flourish, and it had a little heart on the inside, and it was white. And I'm going to color that in again using the gelatos. I'm going to use that's what I'm doing right now. And then I use a chipboard camera that came from my Freckled Fawn kit, because again, for the month of October, I'm trying to use up 10 packages of embellishments, and that is the challenge on my Facebook group. And if you've never heard of my Facebook group, just click, I have the link in the description. It's a Scrappy Facebook group. I have a personal one. In that one, I don't share, anything scrappy, nothing like that. Actually, I almost never post. It's more that, I can just see what's going on with the fam. and that's about it. But my scrappy one, I'm on there. I won't say every day, but I try to go every second day. Depends if I'm working. It's harder for me to go because I'm gone for 14 hours. But anyway, check it out. There's like almost 1,300 ladies and a ton of people that are sharing their process videos. So super fun. And the link is in the description. So anyway, this month the challenge is to use 10 embellishment packs. So I'm keeping those embellishment packs right on my desk and I'm trying to use them. And this is where the pink on the camera from Freckle Font was just a little bit off. So I wanted to change the color. And the reason the light went off and on, I have everything plugged into a plug-in that has sort of a breaker on, and I think it got overloaded and it just kind of blew that little power bar. And anyway, all the lights went off and my heat gun went off, so that's why it kind of went dark and then back. That's what happened there. And I added some twine to that tag. And the reason I wanted to add the music pattern papers to this layout, and I did a few clusters with it too, is I won't say that my family is musically inclined. My son totally is, and I want to do a layout about that. So funny, he just took, in grade 10 they have to take music, and we had bought him a keyboard a couple of years ago, and he was kind of tinkering with it, playing with it a little bit, but he didn't know how to play. And you should see, I'm going to do a layout, and I'm going to talk about some of the songs that he's playing. And I'm like, wow, I get him to play it for me every day because I love it. I always wanted, my kids to play music, but none of them showed interest until now. My son is showing interest. So I added some India ink. And I have to say, I wanted to add some more black to the layout because of the music notes, that paper has black, but it's not my favorite part of the layout, but it's done. I can't take it away. And this is a silly picture of my family. My son is, has his eyes closed because he doesn't want to take the picture. My husband is being right foolish. My grandson's looking the other way. But it's still, a fun memory to remember how much fun we had going apple picking that weekend. So that's it. The page is done. Thanks for watching. Bye.